Why is Michael Jackson gone? Oh my God. As long as people can break things down to a science, you can do anything. So the punchline is, there is no more Michael Jackson. I'm messed up. I don't have anything. I'm broke. I've got this. I wouldn't change one thing because obviously I'm me. So that's the punchline. Kids not understanding. Grown, I know 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds that still ain't figured out their lives. You know what I'm saying? I built to push up. That's what no problem. I'm gonna jump. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
This is the Law of Attraction Secrets podcast. I'm here today with he's actually a natural comedian. He is one of the funniest humans I've ever met. He's one of the most spiritually enlightened humans I've ever met, which I never thought would be possible because I think I'm pretty fucking enlightened, but this guy is like a whole next level. Hey. I knew that you guys would want to hear from him today. Welcome to the show, Grammy Award winning, unbelievably amazing artist, producer, RoccStar.
Hey man, woo! Is it like gonna be some like claps and
stuff?
Yeah,
you know what? Insert noise there.
Yeah, just a clap, clap, super clap.
Actually do it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll take it. I'll take that. Thanks.
We're gonna fucking insert it.
Yeah, good looking out.
I'm so happy you're here, and I just love the like behavior.
Yeah, I'm posted like a thumbtack. I just because I knew we was coming here, I'm like, I'm not even wearing no chains. This is just straight knowledge today.
Ooh, it's not
I ain't even want none of the gold to be bouncing off my frequency.
You usually have like 12 chains on, like 20 rings. Like,
there's some shit going on.
But you know what? The truth is, this is about our words.
That's on God.
Today is about our words.
Yeah,
That's why I'm only wearing one chain.
Yeah, my mama. The manifestation champion of the world.
Babes, I love it. I got you a book, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I was like, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Is that the Natasha joint?
This is the Natasha Graziano.
What's up?
It says on my top, be it till you become it.
Hard.
I had that made after just because I thought, you know what? Let me just sometimes wear it, and I've signed it with a personal message ready for you before it.
I appreciate it. Look, you handing out autographs. It's fire. Good looking out. I appreciate it. I got to put this in some type of... I'm going to read this. I know it's all kind of bars in here.
The thing is, you are so spiritual. When I met you, when we were introduced, I felt like we were like a mirror reflection of each other. The energy was like, fuck. Oh my God, he says this. You finished my sentence. You're like the same energy. You speak about the same things. I'm like, oh my God, he gets it.
Punchlines.
Yeah, like you
just... You know, you gotta be tuned in. Frequency gotta be on point.
Do you write with frequency stuff in your music?
Absolutely. I did a frequency therapy program for the military. That's like a PTSD vibe. You understand what I'm saying? So, I capture ancient frequencies, and just dip them in. There's a lot of frequencies, man. Even like Hitler was a frequency specialist. I know that's a bad example, but when the crowd used to get unruly, he had the scientists like create a frequency that would calm them down, that they would release over the crowd. You got to start studying. It's a lot of frequencies. There's a frequency of love. There's
like 432 hertz, like the 7-5, all of these. What do you write with? What's your favorite one? How do you insert that kind of beautiful sound into some of your pieces? I understand, like, you did the whole score for 50 Shades of Grey. Mm-hmm. Like, that makes a lot of sense how you could insert it there, but how do you insert it into like your latest album? You just did Chris Brown's 1111. You did the majority of that album. Yeah. How do you insert the beats into that?
Well, I take a lot of frequencies that are calming for this. Oh, having me give out game that people ain't supposed to be having, but I you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. But anyway, I take a lot of the frequencies that are like calming, like ancient frequencies, like waterfall. Like you ever heard somebody argue by a waterfall?
No.
Like it doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? Well, ocean waves, like that's not really the places people are just having. You know what I mean? Because it's certain calming frequencies that are ancient, even down to like war drums. You know what I mean? Certain things. I insert certain frequencies into records, and then people feel like, wow, why does this feel so good? And it's usually because I've took frequencies from things and just kind of tucked it.
So that's interesting because before I script, right, and you know my method of scripting, before I do scripting, which I do.
Which is genius.
Thank you.
Which is pretty much write the vision, make it plain,
Yes,
speak it into existence.
exactly. So I write every morning, every evening. Before I do it, I put on music that I love. So, I mean, my fucking playlist is so eclectic. I go from like The Lion King, like, wanna be a mighty king, all the way up to like the Titanic, into like a fucking emotional piano piece when he's about to die. Like, I just play shit which
We got to get you an agent. I'm telling you today. It's like for real on the lineup. It's like Jessica Alba, Sharon Stone, Natasha. Like the lineup. Like you are just so theatrical. I love it. You're just so passionate, like me.
so passionate.
Yeah, I love it. That's how I be creating like that.
Yeah.
They're like, how did you get this score? I'm like, dude, I brought in a frequency. Y'all don't understand. I'm in there like directing a symphony that don't
I love
symphony that
that.
don't exist.
You're like
you would walk in the room with me and be like, so how is all this happening right now? It's just that.
Babe, I
we have to be
fucking love
passionate
it.
about it. And that's why we create the worlds that we create.
We do.
It's the passion behind your conversation, the intent. When you talk, it's just it's felt. It's felt. If somebody don't believe what you're saying, then they don't understand what's going on in life.
Well, that's what I do. I go out onto stages and I speak it.
I love it.
I speak from my heart. You said the funny
You
thing
speak
the other
life
day.
into people.
Yes, babe. I walk out there and I'm like, who can I help today? And I just preach into their soul.
Yeah.
Take religion out of it. Take stigma out of it. Take fucking everything out of it.
Yeah.
There is no dogma. It is just me and you in that room. Whether it's 20,000 people or coming up when I'm headlining for 70,000 people. Like, I'm going to go out there, whether I'm speaking to 2,000 people or 70,000, it's the same thing. I'm just speaking into your soul and I'm igniting your fire. I'm lifting you up. You heard it from somebody else last week, but Natasha Graziano said it to you.
Different conversation.
Yes,
well,
thank
because
you.
there's life and death in the power of the tongue. You know, that's the whole point.
Tell us more about this.
Well, this is all. See, my teachings. I'm coming from biblical, so everything that when you break things down, I break things down to a biblical standpoint. So like everything you do is kind of like write the vision, make it plain, speak it into existence. All biblical, all ancient. You speak ancient words and don't even know what is going on. It's like you do it because you're anciently. You're just tied in. It's unbelievable. You're already tied in, tuned in. But speak it into existence, write the vision, make it plain. But Scripture is the power. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Meaning, you can speak life into somebody or speak death into somebody.
You know, you're so right. There's
and that's what you do. You wake up and you speak life into. You get in front of the crowd, and they come in slouches and sluggish. And by the time you're done speaking life into them, people are up like, oh, I can, huh? Oh, she did. You speak into the soul. That's
Babe,
how
I spoke that into my own soul. Yes. Somebody once said to my ex-husband, they were like, look, you need to leave her. She has a love spell on you. And he said, I would fucking way rather that than be with you.
No, you casting a spell. And what is it?
Good one.
That's why you spell words out, obviously. You spell out a word. You're casting a spell when you're talking, but you're spelling the crowd.
I put it over myself. So I was standing in front of the mirror when I was having my breakthrough, right? And I was unwell at the time. I was in my lowest place. And I literally didn't want to be here anymore. I was like, I want to tap out. It was my lowest point. And I remember my son being there looking at him, and Denzel Washington's playing in this motivational track.
They be thinking I'm
YouTube.
Denzel sometimes. Go ahead, sorry.
I can feel that. So I now have tracks out that are like his on YouTube, and people listen the same way I did. And I was listening, and I was going, "It's okay. Like, you're gonna get out of here. It's just temporary. Pain is just temporary." And I kept saying it, like preaching it over myself, saying to myself, "You're gonna get out of here." And this voice started like birthing out of me, and I was like, "You are gonna move out of here. This is just temporary. Like, you are gonna become something. You're gonna go on. You're gonna save somebody in the world." And guess what? Little by little, 1% every day, I got better and better and better until I became the motivational speaker I am today.
I love that. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. You got to speak. You spoke life into yourself, pretty much.
Have you?
People be speaking. They once they get into a fog, they just go deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. They start digging themselves because they be like, I'm messed up. I don't have anything. I'm broke. I've got this. I don't like a lot of producers and writers. For me, I'm like, I can't even deal with certain people based off of the fact that they don't know how to speak. They be like, oh, I don't have any placements. I don't got this. Nobody wants to mess with me. They blacklist me. They kick me. Nobody's helping me. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to be around people that talk. It's like, yo, oh my God, if I'm around you, I know that you're great. Like if you're, first of all, you're with a king. If you're hanging with a king, that already shows you that you've gotten further than where you were. You know what I'm saying? So that alone will let you know that you're moving forward. So if you're in forward movement, don't be talking to me about what's behind you. I'm about speaking things. I'm gonna write it out, map it out. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna plan it out. You know what I'm saying?
God, you literally sound like me.
I'm in a world where, you know, I'm in an industry where people don't let people go further than certain things because they want to control every
But you
aspect or
did?
whatever.
How
yeah,
did you
because
do it?
I play chess. You understand?
Have you seen
Life
the
for
Queen's
me.
Gambit, the movie?
Of course, yeah.
Fucking amazing.
That's light work though. I play chess in real life without the cameras. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing real Queen's Gambits.
love that.
I'm really like, my moves are 30, 40, 50 moves ahead. I'm already thinking this and this. That's why I have tech companies and exit strategies built into things, because it's like you can't survive in my industry where you think the biggest artist in the world, like a Chris Brown's gonna let somebody come in and produce more than half of his albums, the last 6, 7 albums. Like I'm producing, or Post Malone or J-Lo, Fergie. I'm like producing J-Lo's whole shit. Rihanna, this person is. Like for me to come in younger than everybody and them just trust me to do that, like it's chess. You understand?
Chess.
And in chess, you gotta raise your value quickly by you know, figuring out, well, in that you gotta take other pieces. But in our situation, you know what I mean, in this industry, you gotta raise your value real quick.
Yes.
You got seconds. You know what I'm saying? So once you present your value in the right way, then it works. But people don't know how to present their value. You got seconds.
You do have seconds. You know what? It's like a reputation, right? It takes you 5 years to build an amazing reputation.
Yep.
And 5 seconds.
5 seconds to kill. Well, yeah. But the thing that I don't believe that though, because at the end of the day, I don't believe. Shout out to Blackwater. They obviously are going viral right now. But I don't.
Where's my water?
I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe it, because that's kind of how it's built. That's how the industry's supposed to be built. But you gotta understand how you know how many people have tried this in my career in them 5 seconds she was talking about. It just never worked.
No, they can't ruin it for you.
Yeah.
We can get cancelled ourselves within 5 seconds. I could say a fucking bad thing right now, which I would not do because I don't even think it. But if I was a different human, so some
But
people
who's
could
canceling?
get it.
Nobody could cancel me. What God's already made for me is preordained. So no man can outsmart somebody as genius. It doesn't make any sense. Like the ultimate creators, you cannot sit there and ban my creation based off the fact I'm inside of a system and now I'm inside the system, so now I'm banned based off of whatever that is. Nobody can cancel me. Nobody can cancel you. It doesn't work like that. Your destiny is way stronger than a group of people who think that they could stop you by messing with you media-wise, or a boyfriend, or somebody who slanders you, or whatever the situation. It doesn't matter. There is no such thing as cancellation when your hierarchy in terms of your purpose is as big as it is.
How did you learn all of this? Like, how did you get born into the law of attraction? Did you watch the movie The Secret, or
none of that?
So where did this happen for you? Because
None of that.
You're
Biblical.
so biblical.
I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to explain. Before there was a secret, I was already knowing all of this through biblical terms.
Wow.
The secret was just telling you to write the vision, make it plain, speak it into the universe. God already broke that down to a science. I already
Have you read the
all
Gospel
that.
of Thomas?
No. What is it?
Oh, I have a gift for you.
Give it up.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, so this
You can't. You love it. You love that you got something I ain't read. You love it. Give it up too. I need it.
Yes. Okay.
Bars.
So, Gospel of Thomas
Okay.
is the one part of the Bible that was left out. It has been found.
Like the
if
Book
you
of Enoch
listen-
and all that.
No, this is beyond this. Yes, beyond. And it has the exact text of the way of life. Like it is broken down. It's like the fucking secrets inside the Bible. It's so beautiful.
Really?
It's like the one thing that was left out that would have changed the world. If that had been left in, and the world and
It's a
society,
lot of stuff that should have been left in.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
The words are basically how to manifest your life in a way, what they used to do back then. If you look through all the times of what the things meant, you have to read it. So it's like this thick. It's a really small text, but it was found in scrolls way back in a cave The story of how it was found was phenomenal, and it was the part that was missed out of the Bible. That is the part
Need
you
that.
got to read. The
Need
Gospel
that.
of Thomas.
Yeah.
I listen to it all the time when like it's been translated and broken. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
You learn about really what life is, like enlightenment, how to, and if everybody had that, the world would be a different place.
Yeah, because people don't know how to really break down the Bible in a real essence, I don't think.
No.
It's always misconstrued. Like, first of all, it's a lot of metaphors.
Yes, metaphors,
So if you're
that's
not
it.
smart enough to know what a metaphor is, you're gonna just be like, "This sounds like a fiction story." It's like you missed the whole punchline. You know what I mean? Like when I could spit you a metaphor, it's gonna take you about 5-6 seconds to read. You have to go through it a couple times and be like, "Dang!" And I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? Imagine
Yes.
the level of intellect that's happening there in the breakdown. Like
So this
different.
is so interesting because people like you actually fucking get it. So many people don't. But there's a
I
part in that.
overstand.
Exactly. But it's good because you need to so that other people can understand it. It's why I do this show.
I overstand, not understand.
Yeah, you
they
overstand.
understand. Oh my God, break it down. Put
Yeah.
that on a shirt.
Let me say, overstand. Fuck, that's a whole brand.
I'm
Can
telling
write
you.
that down.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, you
Yeah.
should keep that.
Give up some
So
publishing.
This, so this,
Lil.
this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's a part in the Bible that says, and it's where it says the woman should basically listen always to the man. However, when that's broken down, and I read this in the book Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard, he breaks down what that line, I'm quoting it wrong, but what it really means,
Right.
which is the subconscious. It doesn't mean the woman should be subservient to the man. It means the subconscious is subservient to the conscious mind. So whatever we see in our outer reality, the subconscious mind is soaking it all in. So if I'm watching a fucking horror movie in the background, I'm taking that in. Why do you have bad dreams at night? Because your subconscious is subservient to your conscious mind. It's taking it in. You don't even realize.
crazy.
So when we go to sleep or when we're in a trance, when we daydream, our conscious mind goes backwards, our subconscious mind comes forwards, and it starts to soak up the information. So all of a sudden we see in our reality like bad or good things happening. I can tell what is going on in your subconscious mind and your thoughts, your feelings, and your habits by what is in your outer reality. So you have this abundant life. You have a very positive life. So I know your thoughts and your feelings are super happy and positive
Right.
and grateful. Whereas somebody else who's lacking in their life, I can tell you what their thoughts and feelings are. The predominant thoughts and feelings of a negative person is that they do not feel good. They feel like money don't love me. Why me? They have the why me victim mentality. So in the outer reality,
I hate the victim mentality. I hate it.
I don't even
I
know
hate
it.
Everybody I know is victims. There's aggravating. It's like, bro, what I would have been a victim too. You do realize this if I wasn't strong enough to get over
What was your
whatever
story?
it was. I'm just saying, just coming from the bottom.
No, I agree.
Like nobody gave me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
when
mean.
you
What is
came
your
from the
story?
bottom, when
That
I'm from
is
the
your
hood,
story.
my punchline is when you come from the bottom, you come from the lower part of the oh my God. Let me turn this off. This is ridiculous. When you come from,
I love it.
when you come
Ridiculous.
from,
This is word.
that's my ridiculous.
You have a
Everything's
word. You should have a
ridiculous.
T-shirt saying
Ridiculous.
ridiculous.
No, for real. That's
You
all I say.
should. I know.
But when you come from the bottom and you come from nothing and you come from a place where, you know, you gotta watch where you walk, home, school, here, when you're asleep, this, that, and third, who you hang with, what it is, your whole life. It creates a different level of paranoia, right? And so growing up in a place where every odd's already against you by the time you figure out what the odds even are, it's like now you're now put in a position where you have to go 8,000 times harder.
Wow.
See, when somebody comes from a good family, a good neighborhood, it's already set up because every day the mom, the dad is giving an example of business work, and then they're putting it into their kid. This is what it is, and you're good, and here's your Coogan account, and here's your this and this and this. None of that exists, right? No, I don't have a family. I can't say, oh, my dad is this, or oh, my mom is this, or I don't have a business that I'm being left if something happens, or a life insurance policy, right? In the hood, that don't even exist. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even got them. So it's like at the end of the day, if something would have happened to one of my parents, it just would have been over anyway. You know what I'm saying? So in a nutshell, oh, you're looking at
No, I'm trying to see because I moved position if I'm still in the fucking shop.
Yeah, I know that. I can tell when your whole fucking energy walks off the fucking set. God damn. But look, but the punchline is, yeah, when you come from the bottom, it's fucking ridiculous. Why are you like this, bro? You can't even get to the punchline. You're up there. Oh my God. Look, man, there's another part. You need this level of confidence to be anything. Let's start there. If you don't got that level of
Fucking
confidence,
agree.
you're fucking done in life.
I fucking agree.
No,
Confidence
I promise you.
is everything. You
Yeah.
are you're probably, in fact, the most confident man I've ever met.
On God in heaven, I'm telling you.
My life.
I'm outside.
I've never met a man who fucking owns it. Like, yeah, you came from the bottom. You could have been a mess.
Yeah,
you could have come out another way. But look at you,
bad.
fucking came out on top. You did the score of my favorite film, 50 Shades of fucking
50
Grey.
Shades, yeah.
I love it.
I work with the biggest artists on planet Earth. You know how hard that is to sit there and come from. Like, I'm not. Nobody put me through
How did
no
you get your
school.
first break? How did you get your? What was it?
Really, it's just a long story. But Chris Lighty was really like one of the first people to believe in me. And he rests in peace, but you know, he's like the most legendary manager. And he met me and was like, yo, you're the new Diddy, you're the new this and this. And you know, he kind of just put me on to a bunch of different placements and different situations. And those weren't like the big thing for me. But when he died, Mark Pitts actually put me in with Chris Brown, put me in with Usher, put me in with everybody young. I was like 21. And then from there, I just created all kind of shit. Fine China,
you just done a
all that
decade
stuff.
of just epicness.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I've been cooking for a long
insane.
time.
Yeah, you see,
Yep.
that's powerful. But okay, did you ever like? Well, you said already, you envisioned it, you saw it.
Yeah,
like,
I had to.
mapped it
I
out?
had to because I was sleeping in the car at 18. You know, you sleeping in the go from sleeping in the car to, I was sleeping in the car at 18, and I had a 12,000 square foot mansion at 22.
No fucking way.
It's like a different conversation.
How did you just? Because
and like 7 cars in the driveway.
wow.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's a different thing. I was swear to God on my life, I was sleeping in a Mazda, or what was it? It was a Nissan, and I was sleeping in that shit, and then that broke down on the side of the road. Like, I swear to God on my life, and I had like was breaking down, like I had a breakdown moment.
That was your break point.
And then
But that
so
was
I
your
tapped in with
make
God.
or break it moment, and that was
over.
where you had your breakthrough, like I did in the mirror that day.
I could have failed. I could have
Yeah.
folded up, or I did what I did, and I broke it down, and you know, I really broke down like, God, you said these were your promises for your child. Da, 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 da. You didn't give me all this talent for me to just be da, da, da. And I start speaking, and then, dude, everything started happening.
This is so beautiful. I love
crazy.
it. So now you're into AI. Like you've got into like a whole tech.
Yeah,
Like
AR,
so
AI.
what is it that you're doing? You have these like goggles, right? That you're doing something crazy with. Tell me about it.
So I've got an AR company, RoccEye, and
I love that name, RoccEye.
Yeah.
RoccStar, RoccEye.
Yeah.
Rock my life. Like this is
My
dope.
God. Yeah, I love it. No, for real. RoccEye. So RoccEye is an AR company. I don't like VR because VR gets you dizzy, it puts you in a
It
box.
does. It made me feel. A
Yeah, it's annoying.
when
And
I
people
did it.
hurting themselves.
I know,
I know a
it's a-
kid fell off a balcony, just doing this crazy shit. Yeah, broke his neck.
So what's yours?
Crazy shit going on with VR.
Is
You do
it-
not want to fuck with VR.
yours isn't
I had to go
VR.
to AR. Yeah, I had to go to
What's AR?
AR is augmented reality. So
I
I,
know
could
what it
still
is
look
for
at
the
you.
audience. Mhm.
I could still look at you, and I got, you know, Netflix here and this or whatever game you're playing, but I still have vision of the real world.
Oh, so you won't like bump into a
Yeah.
because you can see it, so it's a different vibe.
Yeah, so
You
I
don't
could
get all the,
actually
like-
deal with you and, you know, put on glasses, walk around the beach and put Netflix up or whatever I need
I
to do.
love that. And what's the point in your product, or did you just create? These
So
goggles
so
that
AR was more to create worlds, because you want to, I'm into worlds, right? Like I'm into creating whatever it is. And right now we're in an ADD society, so I guess I just amped up the ADD on another scale. I'm so ADD. I just like having multiple
Yeah.
things happening,
Yes.
right? So with AR, you put on these glasses, you got Netflix here, you
Yes.
got business situation here, I got spa music here, whatever it is, and you can pull up, you know, 16 screens if you wanted to, but you got worlds
you
going
created
on.
these AR goggles.
Yeah, with
Shit,
the
I get it. You created the actual AR goggles.
Yeah, I created mine, but yeah.
Wow. We need to put a tag to this, but can people buy them now?
Of course, yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna put a tag below for.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
get
the- I'm
them
gonna
for
tell
my
you the
son for
genius-
Christmas. I'm gonna get them for my cousins.
Yeah, you need
I'm
that.
traveling back to London, baby.
gotta
I'm
do
gonna take
that.
a whole box.
You need that.
Yes.
No. The genius really behind my technology is actually a lady named Pam. She's actually a genius.
Was that the lady who was on FaceTime before?
Yeah, she's a genius.
The one
so,
that- the
so
blonde
she
one, yeah.
used to create, you know, she's been working for the government for like 25 years,
Wow.
just creating different super technology for DARPA, for everything. So she took all that genius technology, military technology, first responder stuff, and put it into an entertainment form with me. And we just start creating different apps, developing different. We got a whole app store in it in RoccStar. It's crazy. So her son, like the whole family's of genius. It's crazy.
Wow.
They're like from India. It's nuts. But
You put your music into it?
everything we do, everything,
that.
lifestyle we put into
So
this.
surely one day, will you be able to go into the AR goggles? And RoccStar is now in the studio, but Chris is on the other side of the world. And so you are now
We can create it.
producing.
Yeah, we can do that now. We can do that right now.
Fire. That reminds me a bit of Will.i.am's a good friend of mine, and he
Hologram?
came on and he did FYI. So he created his app where you can you can do like your whole fucking studio session in the app.
Yeah.
It's really fire.
Yeah, he got some shit. Yeah, he was heavy on 3D printing and a lot of stuff early. He actually had a car that he created. One of my really close friends and one of my business partners, Venus Brown, is like his main dude, been his like close person forever.
Wow, I love that.
Venus
So
Brown.
how did you decide that you wanted to go into tech? But that was because of this, that you wanted the all-encompassing feeling of like being involved in everything, just like creation.
I'm just a disruptor. So tech is tech is a good place for disrupting. You know what I mean? So
You'd be an amazing public speaker. Do you go on stages and speak? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I go on stage and speak through these artists, right? But I would definitely be able to go on stage and go viral. I'll probably do a motivational speaking
come
tour.
to mind. So
we should do a motivational speaking
we
tour. Go
fucking
crazy.
should. Yo, literally.
/ concert.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm thinking. But I have an event you can speak at in May.
We'll run it.
Fucking amazing. It's an entertainment
outside, go
meets
crazy.
motivational.
Well,
So
let's
we've got
get it.
like the lineup's fierce. You have to speak at it.
Let's do it.
Fucking come out, speak at it, and then like we'll have an artist headline at the end, and then you can perform with him one of your tracks. People are
Easy, like
"What
Sunday
the
morning."
Fuck, like just saw him speak, and now
do
he's
it.
like, that's the power, right?
love it.
Because you know
I'm
what?
with it.
We live in a world now where you can be a fucking chef who also releases a book, who
Right.
also then releases a song. It's
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
they all go
okay.
together.
They all go together. It's called
Yes.
creating.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's called
be creative.
creativity. Yeah, like
Well, the thing is, don't spread yourself. People are like, you're. I don't like a lot of the quotes people came up on. Jack of all trades, master of none. That doesn't make any sense. I put 10,000 hours into a lot of things, right? So it's like, what are you talking about? I could do multiple things and be a genius at multiple things, and actually be a master at multiple things. So it's like, where
you
who told you
sidestep.
that?
The thing that you want to do is dominate one area. So you
Right.
become like an Olympic athlete in one thing. Great, you tick that box, and now you can go do it. You often
Right.
see that. You often see
Right.
people who are like they're an Olympian in one sport and easy in another. Like
Right.
it's just it happens for them.
Yeah.
Same thing. Dominate one field first,
Right.
and then you'll be able to go and dominate another. You own your lane first. You create something so fierce.
If
people
that's
are-
how your brain works.
Well, people
Me,
don't.
I you know what? I couldn't find engineers, so I became an engineer.
Really?
Right? I couldn't find enough producers to be up under my writing, so I became a producer.
Wow.
I couldn't find writers, so I mastered my writing even more. Right? I couldn't find whatever it is. So it really comes down to what you are willing to do. You know what I'm saying?
how far you're willing to
I
go.
put it together because I don't have time to wait. Time waits for no man. I'm definitely not
Babe,
going to
I literally say to people, I put my fucking foot on the accelerator every single morning.
push buttons.
And I fucking go.
Yep.
Nobody, no female I know works as hard as I work. I've
Go
never seen a
viral.
man like you. Same thing.
Outstanding.
And we outreach everything. Like
Ridiculous.
everything is just, you go so much harder, so much faster. Whereas somebody else is sat in the fucking lane next to me,
Yeah.
their foot isn't even touching the acceleration. In fact, it's on the fucking brake. 'Cause if
Mother-
you aren't
yeah.
going, you're braking.
Driving Miss Daisy. I don't have time for all that. That's the problem. I slide so fast. People be like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, whatever." But it's like they don't. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to catch up. But it's like I already have so many lines in the water. Me, I'll just put a line in the water and I'll go walk off and go to another lake and put a line in the water and I'll come back and I'll figure it out. Like I'll put multiple lines in different places. I'll put a line in the bathtub and see if there's something in there that swim. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Wherever there's opportunity, that's where I'm at, and where it makes sense. I have so many talents, and so for me to sit there and as a person who creates just like worlds, I'm creating, like, if you were in a situation and you're like, hey, I'm in the middle of this deal, well, I'm good at brokering deals in my world. it's the same process. It's like the same. That's why I play chess, because it's the same thing in life, like all the way around the board. I could play 60 different opponents. It doesn't matter. My ratio on winning is ridiculous, because I'm going to figure out, it's only certain things that people do.
Yeah.
So I can jump into your business meeting and close your deal too. No problem. Because it's only certain people, there's only certain ways that people move in business or in life in certain situations. So if you break that down to a science, like, it's not going to be too hard to figure out whatever that science is. I'm damn near a scientist.
No, you are, because you're mixing all these like things in
Yeah,
biology,
yeah.
and then you're getting an outcome,
Yeah.
either a fucking explosion,
Yep.
or like, I don't know. My son does that. He makes these little,
Yep.
he uses the Coca-Cola, and he like
Yep.
does little
Yeah.
explosion shit.
Yeah.
Or you're
That's
gonna
great.
get, yeah.
He's gonna be a beast, because you gotta understand, when you are willing to try stuff and fail, that's when you become a different level of beast. And that's why I'm so vicious, because I failed so many times at everything. Like, whatever it is. Like, cool, y'all, okay, I'm getting laughed at. Cool, I'll be laughed at until I'm smiled at. Until I'm, you know what I'm saying? Until I'm admired. Yeah, I'll take all them processes.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, he's not this. Oh, he's until I am that.
So you just,
You're
like,
crazy
lean
until
into
you're
it.
genius.
Yeah, you are. I agree. People always say that. People always say, like, why would you do that? Like, every time I've had an amazing
Why would I
idea
do
that's
that?
been fucking successful, like my career, for example.
Right.
Why would you do that? And I'm
Why
like,
would you ask
when
me
you
why?
think- exactly. But those are the people who I don't even care.
Man, you gotta
Nobody.
you gotta call me when somebody say something dumb.
Yeah.
You just call me and say, he said, and let me break
I
it
have
down.
two things I'm gonna tell you after.
God.
It's so interesting. I want your actual like vibe on it. So cool, because I know
I'm
that you'll
cooking.
give me that.
I'm cooking
I know
people.
you'll give me that like vibe. You
Yeah.
literally spoke about one of them, hasn't he? Literally like touched on what we spoke about before we started the show. I can't wait to talk about it with you after.
Great.
What made you want to drop your own album, by the way? I loved it. It's fucking fire.
Yeah, Savage Behavior.
Yeah,
I dropped Savage Behavior.
The cover is so fierce too.
I love it. I
Oof.
appreciate it. I dropped Savage Behavior because I think like people need a certain frequency, and I feel like right now in the game, smart, witty lyrics is missing, and I think aggressive, because Kanye and a lot of people ain't really dropped. It's aggressive, smart tones are missing, and I created like a blend of aggression and beauty and all of it in
Kind
one
of like
situation.
ambition.
Yes, it's like you could do extra reps listening to my album.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? Or you could,
so
or you could
fire.
get up. You're not gonna sit there all day in your
Yeah,
bed. You're gonna
yeah.
get up and go do something.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
Savage Behavior. Turn up your savage.
Yeah, I love this. See, when I first saw the album
Yeah.
name, I was like, I wonder what savage means to him.
Yeah.
Because I love art, right? Physical artwork. I love art and music. I'm surrounded by, we were talking about my friend Atlanta, who's also been like, an artist. I love art. I really just love art created in any way. And so I study when I see pieces,
Yeah.
and I wonder what the artist felt. And some of them are so old, you never get a chance to ask the artist, they're long gone. However, with music, it's the same thing. I wonder what they were feeling when they wrote it. So that's why now I understand what savage behavior means to you.
Yeah, because it's my savage is like weird, because people were called savages, but they was really there first. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the originators always end up the savages. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the ones that created it, or the first people, they always end up in some type of situation. Whoever, the Steve Jobs or the whoever it is, whoever created it is something that always ends up in a savage situation. But see, it means a lot of things. Savage behavior for me, and this album has been like, yo, we're gonna turn up your savage. Come press play on number 1 through 16's Savage Activity.
I love it. It's so good. I put the link below as well for anyone that wants to see the album. It's so fierce. I love that.
Swagger.
It's so beautiful music. Like, it's the way into people's souls.
Yeah.
But this is what's fascinating about you. You've written scores for movies, which
Yeah.
are so different from like a hip hop album.
Yep.
How does it, and I asked you the other day on the phone when we were prepping for this, like, how do you think of those kind of things? How do you just suddenly create something in a classical format and then go to hip hop? Like, I would never know and guess that would be something you would be able to do.
It's a jack of all trades, master of none.
You're not going to actually go down. Oh my God. You're just
I'm
like,
just
this
saying,
is gonna bug
what
you.
it is I put 10,000 hours into every genre of I just study music, or I just study what it is. If I'm gonna be the producer, and that's like, I'm 10 Grammy nominations in. So it's like, if I'm going to be the producer, then I'm going to need to know really how to create these frequencies on such a level. And that might be me sitting here with a country artist. Like I've done Melissa Etheridge's album.
Really?
Me and Melissa Etheridge are like this, right? So I've done her album.
Wow.
I've done, Chris Brown. I've done Rihanna. I've done Fergie, Jella. Everybody you can think of from here to here to movies. That I do Disney. I score for Disney. Like I do, whatever it is, I create.
So they can
frequencies.
call you for anything. They could call you for anything. So you're the go-to producer. Like, you need it done, he'll knock it out.
Yeah.
Are you
just like a marketing director or a marketing should be able to market anything, right? It shouldn't just be, I only market that. No, you should be able to market anything because it's all algorithms. It's all, you understand? It's all identifying marketplaces and da-da-da. And, it's simple. It's a breakdown. As long as people can break things down to a science, you can do anything.
Can you imagine a life where you effortlessly magnetize your dreams to you? Financial success, the love of your life, the family of your dreams, and everything you've ever dreamed of at your fingertips. With my approach to manifesting, I have a practical method where you use the power of your creative words. It's called scripting. We write in the past tense in a certain way to attract all our desires to us. I've done this. I met my husband in 3 weeks doing this. I helped myself heal twice. I helped myself get rid of a rash on my body. I have helped myself to elevate myself and get myself out there to so many people. I've changed my bank account number. I've added 2 zeros onto it. I have created abundance like I could never dream of. The most beautiful homes around the world. And you can do this too, like so many of my clients are currently doing right now. The success stories speak for themselves. I want to show you how to do it. This is for somebody who is ready, though. Don't even bother coming unless you are ready to transform your life. If you feel like, I'm on the fence, I don't know, none of this shit really works, then baby, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for you. This works for somebody who says, I'm ready. I'm ready to try something else. Try using the power of my words. I want to learn in a curriculum. I want to be in a group with other like-minded individuals, and I want to win. This is for entrepreneurs who are ready to go to the next level, or maybe get out of corporate America and go to the entrepreneurship world. If you're ready, come and join us inside the Scripting Society, and I'll see you there. Wow, so powerful. So you remind me of the quote that I use. I say, sweetie, you can put me in a jungle, and I'll come out in a fucking suit.
Yeah.
Or a trench coat. Nothing
exactly.
But anyway, basically, stick me in the jungle
Right.
and I'm walking out in a suit, baby, because you cannot take my mind from me.
Yeah, that's the
You
punchline.
can take everything from me.
Yeah, that's nothing.
But sweetie, watch me walk out in a suit.
That's easy.
Like, it's nothing.
Material things is pointless. Listen, every billionaire goes broke like 20 times. So it doesn't matter. Like, do you understand how many times billionaires go up and then drop? But for me, I bend my knees to jump. So when I go lower, I get excited because I know I'm going to go higher.
Ooh,
so I'm like,
good.
oh yeah.
That was so good. I bent my knees to jump.
It's gravity. Anything that goes higher has a pull down and then pushes, even a rocket. Everything is pushing down to go up. So when you go down, people think, oh my God, I'm going down.
Yes.
They don't realize that you're about to catapult if you continue the motion. But that's the thing. People go down and they stay down and they give up and then it's over. Well, when my knees start going down, I'm like, ooh, when I push up, you know what I'm saying? I built to push up. That's what no problem. I'm going to jump. That's why our legs that's why we're built like this. You know what I'm saying?
I love the analogy you use, because I say this one, I'm like, every day we're bench pressing. We're literally taking that bar, the weight on our back, and we're dropping down. And we're doing a squat and we're going to go back up. But when it gets real heavy, are you going to fucking break and let the thing shatter you? Or are you going to push back up?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to either squat that motherfucker and go back up. And you're going to strengthen your muscles so that you can improve. Because when we go through a hard time, it is so we grow through what we go through. Do you get it? We grow through the hard. We grow through what
I like
we
that
go
too.
Through. Yeah.
I never heard that. That's weird. Like, we grow through what we go through. It's vicious. I don't know why I never heard that.
Well, because it's true. We do. We
That's a
literally,
bar.
that's where we grow.
Look at you coming up with bars that I ain't heard. I'm trying to hit you with something you ain't heard.
Yeah, I have.
I got
hit
more
me
time.
With loads. You hit me with loads.
I got more time.
So when we go through a hard time, it is not to take us out.
Yeah.
It's not to make us suffer. Every day, are you going to show up or show down?
Yeah.
You're either going to get
show
the
up and
fuck
show
back up. Yes.
I show up and show out.
Up. like people are listening to this now. I know somebody is already spring cleaning their fucking house.
Yeah.
Somebody else is working out in the gym, hitting it hard. Like somebody is motivated by this episode because we are bouncing fire energy off each other.
If you're not motivated by this episode, you got to figure your life out, because what we're talking about is real keys and real blueprints from going from nothing to something.
Yes.
We literally went from nothing to something. Do you understand what that is? That means we're in a place that probably less than the people that are watching. There's people that are like, well, I only got $500 to my name. It's like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, what you got to understand is I only had $500. I only had 500. I had 500 hopes. Fuck $1. I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there broke, busted, and disgusted. BBD. You know what I'm saying? I was broke, busted, and disgusted. And I was sitting there.
BBD, isn't that something else?
No, broke, busted, and disgusted. Not BBL. Not BBD.
No, isn't it BBD?
Oh my God. What in the X videos? I'm talking about broke, busted, and disgusted. And I don't know the terminology.
Honey,
yeah, this is unbelievable. What in the hell? How did you get over there? No, broke, busted, and disgusted. I was sitting there with absolutely nothing, looking like nothing, feeling like nothing. And I'm talking about, but you know what I was doing? When I hopped out, nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? That's the first step. That's what people did. That fake it till you make it. People better really understand that part.
Hello?
You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I was hopping out with chains. They just wasn't the chains. I was hopping out. My homeboys had a Benz. I was hopping out of his Benz. They don't know it's not my Benz at the end of the day. No, I'm saying he's pulling up. Okay, I'm jumping in the passenger seat. Okay, hey, if I'm hollering at you out the passenger side of my best friend's ride, don't matter. It's still a Benz. You want to jump in or not?
Great line for a song, babe.
Well, that's No Scrubs by TLC.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is, no. But listen, what I'm saying. I like that you from London because you be missing some stuff. I'm like hitting you with certain things.
Tell?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, go shorty. It's your birthday.
Thank
you know what I'm saying?
But it's not
we're gonna party like it's your birthday.
But it's not.
No, I'm giving you lyrics to an American song again. It's getting crazy. Now I'm done because I don't want you to be. I'm not gonna make you. It's cool. Anyway, look. One thing I can say though that you got an advantage over people on, and I think where some of your mentality comes from, is you're from London, right? Where you grew up looking at a queen. A lot of people didn't grow up looking at queens. So like it's things that are embedded in you, kinda. And I've noticed this in a lot of European women and a lot of European people. It's a different etiquette, kind of.
It is. It's
different mind state.
Totally.
A lot of people I know come out here and be like, "Why are you guys so superficial? Or why are you guys so this and this?" And I understand that because they're like they're so much closer to, I think, family and like the queen, the this, to that, the king. That whole world is like what I love. That's why I'm addicted to Game of Thrones and this and that. Like,
I went to school with a
king and queen shit. I was clearly a king or queen whenever the hell.
Yeah,
I mean,
love that.
not a queen, but I was clearly
You're
a king
in a
that
previous life. Yeah, but I went to school with Emilia Clarke. She was my mentor in my boarding house. She played Khaleesi in Game of Thrones.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a freaking animal.
I know. I went to school with some really cool people. Yeah,
she's the cheat code. Oh my God, I love
know.
her.
She really nailed it. But this is really interesting. Like speaking onto the Game of Thrones.
You went to school with her?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like but I went to with a lot of people. Like it was normal to be in my like the people, the level. I went to school with half the Getty family. Best, like they've been on the show. Some of them. Like the people, like Emma Watson before that,
Wow.
So, like some of the people who were in the schools, like
I went to school with a lot of people too.
You did,
but I'm coming from different things. I grew up with the Jackson family.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I used to date one for 5 years.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? I grew up with the elder Barges. I grew up with, when I was younger, like. Everybody, it's ridiculous actually. Like a lot of people I grew up with, like John Sally, that was like my pops, so like my uncle, you know what I'm saying? Everybody from, Allen Houston to like a lot of basketball, football players to Eric Davis to Dickerson to this, to that, everybody we grew up around is like ridiculous. Like every major football player, basketball player, the family, the kids.
So you wonder though, like when we're
actors, kids, actors. Whoopi Goldberg, her daughter. This,
but there's an energy in those places, in those where you're surrounded by that many people. It's usually because there's a hub of success coming.
Yeah.
There's a hub of like, even if you don't know it yet, you're gonna be something.
Yep.
And like, I knew that. I went to school with so many people who we didn't know that we were all gonna be at the level of success, and some are on such a high level of success.
Yeah.
But we were in an energy where it was suddenly created. Like it was kind of like an incubator. I see it like it was an incubator for success. It was an incubator for us creating something with our lives that other people don't go to. But what was it? Was it the food we were eating? Was it the water we were drinking? Who knows? It was just probably the environment, I'd say, because environment affects your cells, right?
Yeah.
Environment literally can change your DNA at a biomolecular level. Two twins can be born in two completely different places. One's raised in a farm and the other's raised in a build-up city, and the health of the farm girl will be so much stronger and better, and her immunity be higher than the girl that's raised in the city because of the fumes and all of this. Environment affects your DNA.
Yeah, I know about that.
Environment, not just the environment in the way of like the water, but the environment around us.
Yeah.
Are we around two parents who scream at each other, and then we have PTSD about parents' feelings, love? Now I grew up thinking that divorce is normal. Now I grew up thinking that people are meant to be screaming at each other. So no wonder I'm on my second marriage and my dad's on his fifth. Okay, so like you
Welcome
can
to
look
the
at
jungle.
it, right? So like,
Damn.
I'll still come out in a wedding gown, honey. So
Okay, I already know. I get it. I overstand.
I'll still come out in a wedding gown. I'm ready for my third.
I get it.
I'm ready for my
Look
third.
at you. You gave it something, then you got out of there. You're like, what am I even talking about? No, I feel what you're saying, though.
You
That
got it.
environment puts you, it's almost like it's their fault.
Yeah.
It's almost like the people who put you in that environment is their fault.
But here's the interesting
Scandalous.
thing. Here's the interesting thing. Do you know how many times a day you said right at the beginning, you said so many people around me are in the victim mentality.
Yeah.
And it is almost like their fault. However,
We don't
am I gonna
live in
carry
their
that-
fault.
Right.
We don't
Am I
live
gonna
it like
carry
that.
Down
Nope.
the aisle, and then what point
Am I
in
gonna
my
carry it
life
down
do
the
I
aisle?
stop at the fucking aisle and put the baggage down so I can go get married? At what
God.
point do I put the baggage down so I can go and have the life of my dreams and do the career that I want to do? At what point do I do that? Most people still live in the past. And if you live in the past it's because of my dad that I have this belief. It's because of the society I have this belief. It's because of the world that I feel unworthy of love, of money. It's because of everybody around. At what point do you pause and say, thank you so much for teaching me who I am today? Thank you so much for showing me who I need to be today so that I can go and create the life of my dreams.
Yeah, I break down stuff to people that's crazy in life that I went through, like just all kind of crazy. You're like, damn, I was this and this. I had to rob this and do this and do this and be in some situations. And my parents left me and took this and, they took this and did this. And people be like, dang, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. And I'm like, why? No, after I did all that, I'm like, for what? Why would you apologize? Like, what do you mean? I wouldn't change one thing because obviously I'm me. So that's the punchline.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying?
What do you
That
say-
came
what do you
to...
say? What do you say to someone who's suffering right now, who's going through something right now, and they're living in
it's
the
called,
past?
again, biblical. This too shall pass. Very simple.
Quote. I love that quote.
It's
quote.
biblical. This too shall pass. That's Bible. So listen, for me, I used to have a fear issue, right? Because like when I was younger, I almost got kidnapped, and after that, I had a paranoia situation, and it was like
Not surprising. For
it was
whatever
no, it
happened.
just I was 8, and I'm like, dang, I got away from a kidnapping. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in my head, I was always looking over it made me paranoid, but it also saved my life 20,000 times. You understand what I'm saying? Growing up in bad situations in the hood or whatever the situation, like it gave me a layer of paranoia that I'm like, dang, like I'm always watching shit now, right? Which actually saved me later on and actually turned me into a different. So I wouldn't take certain things back. But one thing about fear that I learned is I always live off of 2 Timothy 1:7, which is, for God hath not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So I feel like when somebody's trying to instill fear in me, I know it's not from God. I know it's not from a good place because it's power, love, and a sound mind that would become, for God not giving me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So if it's power, love, and a sound mind, I know that's where it's coming. If it's fear, I know that that's the enemy. So I know that, okay, that's what I need to be getting over. So if somebody's on a situation where they're scared to do something, they have to go into understanding it's a bigger purpose here. Stop living so in the moment. The moment is for right now. It's going to pass. And like, right, that moment just passed to what I just said. We're on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? It's about what's about to happen. Write the vision, make it plain, speak it into existence, walk in your calling, put the works behind the faith, map it out. Like, dude, if you want to get from here to 7-Eleven, you have to put it in your maps and follow the directions and get there. You're not going to just walk out and be at 7-Eleven. And on top of the fact, it's so much faith. People who are like against faith and all this stuff, you're missing it. It takes faith for you to get from here to 7-Eleven and back. If I tell you, you know how much faith it is for me to say, go get me some chips and come back from 7-Eleven and a drink. That's so much faith because you can die on the way there. You can never make it. They cannot have the chips. I'm so secure in my head that I'll see you in 5 minutes and I'll have what I told you. That same amount of faith you should have in everything. But it's only for some reason that people have faith in selective things and not in other things. I'm faithful in everything I do. And that's why my life,
the level of success that
it doesn't matter. Why you think I'm driving when I drive? I live where I live on acres. I live behind security gates, 2 of them. You got to go through 2 different security guards. So the punchline is, it's a different conversation because I'm living it now, but I had to speak it, live it, walk it, move in it. There was days that I was like, wow, but it doesn't matter. I knew where I was going, or I knew I was going somewhere.
Wow, walking with
But
purpose.
I'm gonna I had
walking with faith.
Walking with purpose.
Walking with purpose.
Yeah, so if you understand that there's a higher alignment, then you let him order your steps, right? And then it's like, all right, cool, I'm just moving. As long as I'm moving and I'm not stagnant,
Yes,
and that will be honored.
Momentum is everything. So fear is just...
Try and dunk with no momentum.
Yeah.
Try and dunk on a basketball hoop that's 10 feet high with no momentum. You know how much momentum, and you're not going to get the momentum you need just by feeling like, you know what, I'm going to dunk today. Go try that. No, you're going to have to sit there and do leg ups. You're going to have to run, jump. You're going to have to get higher and higher. You go from the net to the backboard to the rim. Now you're above the rim. Now the ball's with you in the rim. It's a process, right? And all that comes from repetitive situations. Like, I didn't just become a multi-platinum producer, 70-something million records. So like, I didn't just do that because it was Tuesday. No, I went from, I was in I used to make 7-8 records a day and like none of them. And motherfuckers would come in there and be like, dude, did you just hear that? Go back on that. And I'd be like, yeah, I just did that. Anyway, I could pull out a catalog of thousands of songs right now I never did nothing with. Because it doesn't matter. I knew that the cream of the crop would rise and those records would be where they need. But if I ever want to go back into a catalog, I can catalog because my value is up now. So my catalog could that all has value now. All that work I put in has value now. My cell phone company, RoccStar Wireless. Let's talk about that. Make sure you go to RoccStarWireless.com.
You have a wireless company?
You didn't know that?
No. So wait, I should just switch my whole network.
Why are you guys on any other network?
Well, babes, I don't even have signal where I live.
It doesn't matter. RoccStar Wireless. Listen, we got some cheat codes built into our whole company. So, I'm always doing next level tech. So our main deal is with T-Mobile. So we're based off the T-Mobile towers, every T-Mobile tower worldwide. But we've done above and beyond satellite wise. We've done military grade levels. Like, we're on some, you're going to be able to get service when you can't get service with RoccStar Wireless. Plus, our plans are a lot cheaper. So go RoccStarWireless.com, get to RoccStarWireless.com, and switch your service from whatever it is to us, because we really care about what you're talking about.
RoccStar.
RoccStar wireless.com.
Love that. So can we go back onto fear for a minute? Because this is how I grew up knowing about fear. Fear is just false evidence appearing real.
Exactly.
Fear don't fucking exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Fear is just excitement wrapped up in a cloak.
Yeah, David and Goliath.
That's all it is. It's just excitement in a cloak. So just take the cloak off and realize it's just fear underneath it. Now you can move it out the way.
Yeah.
Like, I was terrified to do my surgery recently. Terrified. 3 years, in fact, I put it off. 3 years.
Damn.
Terrified. PTSD on the first thing, blah, 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 all of this shit. Terrified. Didn't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. But I knew I was just going to fucking book it. And I went to the surgeon. I said, just do it literally in 2 weeks. Like, I just need the earliest appointment. He said, the earliest is 2 weeks. We're just going to make it. I said, do it. Because I'm going to walk into, I'm going to be so busy up until the night before. I'm not even going to think about it. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to overcome it for my people. I'm going to do this so that I can speak on fear again, because I speak on fear from the past, but let me speak on a recent time.
Yeah.
So I literally went in thinking, and I prayed before I went. I said, God, if I come out of this, you have a bigger calling for me. Because my biggest fear is that I'm going to die and leave my son.
That's out.
Right? Because I'm a single mom, right? He's 7 years old. So I'm like, if I leave my son, like, it's just.
That would be ridiculous.
It's just so sad.
That's out of control.
So I'm
we're
like.
definitely speaking against that in every way, shape, or form. I don't even like to speak up stuff like that.
Exactly.
When you say stuff like that, I already don't like to even hear what you're saying. Why is that even a fear?
Exactly. So I was terrified.
Don't even speak on it.
Right. So what I do every day is I give thanks for my life. I give that. So I went in another one. I was like, I know you have a bigger calling for me.
Right.
And when I woke up, the first thing I said was, after I came round, was, God, you have a bigger calling for me. And I felt this hunger. You think I'm hungry now? Boy, this is like, I mean, people thought I was hungry before. I like got this rebirth of hunger where I knew I'm going to do even more. Like every time something good happens, even just fucking waking up, we've won the lottery 10 fucking times over.
Welcome to the
so many
jungle.
people don't wake up,
Yeah.
but we did.
You're right.
I just had a lady on before you.
You're so right.
Her son didn't make it through the night 3.5 years ago. Exactly. You never know why. So we did. We did.
How did that happen?
He had a blood clot in his leg that went to his brain.
Shit.
Lungs, yeah.
What the fuck?
So the point is, we're so grateful.
Terrible.
That's why you gotta look after your health, right? You gotta look after your health, because he was, unfortunately, God bless his soul, was suffering from addiction before that with opiates. So this is why we have to look after our bodies. Our body is our temple.
Yeah.
And people intoxicate themselves all the time. And you know what? I look at them and I can't talk about it because I was an addict. I did used to do cocaine for me, enough for me, you, and the whole of Brazil. Like I did. I did.
Bro, why are you like this, man? This is ridiculous. At least you're telling your truth, though. Like, it's so funny. Yo, bro, why, bro? Why is a camera on me right now? This is ridiculous. Up there. Oh my God. Yo, okay, so that's what's up.
So I'm so
you
real.
was going
I don't
ballistic.
hide nothing.
No, for real.
People can't.
And now
come
you're
to
like
me.
naturally on cocaine.
Totally. Like my natural high is like a fucking. That's why I don't need it anymore.
That's what, you didn't need it then.
I needed them.
Something in your brain was telling you needed it for no
I
reason.
thought I needed it when I went out. I thought I needed it, but now I walk in and trust me.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking.
No,
main
you're a
character
walking.
energy.
No, you're a full-blown walking cocaine ad
Yeah, without the cocaine.
without the cocaine.
So I walk in and I'm like, yep. I have a T-shirt and just says, please don't do cocaine in my bathroom. Like, just
That's hard. But the thing about it is the fact that you could even admit to what you were doing so comfortably. Like, I was doing cocaine, I was this and this, I was fucked up, I wasn't just like me, I was homeless, I was this and this, I was da da da. Yeah, that right there
is your power.
is the punchline. That's the power.
That's your power. Our power.
That's your
is-
power and that's my power, because
know.
people be hiding all of it. Oh, I'm not this, I wasn't this, I never was this, I wasn't this. Oh, I don't know nothing about. No, you have no power in that. The power is in I was this and I am this.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
boom. I was this and I am this.
That's the
like
punchline.
literally.
Yeah.
Like people look
Yeah.
at me and they're like, you had 2 sex tapes out and you were a webcam girl. I'm like,
Did you?
yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you want me
Wow.
to tell you about the rest? I would
So let me tell you about the rest. Whoa! That's genius. I did not know that. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Even just
I
being
was
able
that
to
and I
admit,
am this.
Yeah, I'm a whole different animal. If I didn't understand the processes that these women had to go through, right? That's how you're saying. But I didn't have to understand the process that a drug addict had to go through. I can't save a drug addict or millions of them. If I didn't understand the process that whatever it was, a work or a girl that was doing whatever it was had to go through, I wouldn't know how to save young women from going through that or making sex or doing whatever the situation
You got it.
is.
If I
So
wasn't first
that's
a
the
young,
thing.
crazy girl, I wouldn't be the older, wiser woman I am today.
Period.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what knowledge am I spitting out?
100%.
So that's the thing. The thing is, your testimony is actually vital because it saves. It's the domino effect for all the girls that are coming behind you. Like, dang, I was just doing this, or maybe they did something and it wasn't that dramatic, but they're like, well, she went from this to that. Because girls be feeling and people be feeling, not just girls, but People feel so low after they do stuff, right? They regret. Regret is the biggest beast.
Oh, I know.
Regret is like a boulder. So, you know, people feel that regret and then they're just, you know, they start to crumble. You are like, well, yeah, I did feel that same regret, but look at me. I don't crumble, right? Because this too shall pass. This too shall pass. You'll sit there in that grieving period, and I promise you, you won't grieve forever. It's impossible.
No, I know.
It's not even human nature.
No, it isn't. It's not in our DNA to actually be anything other than pure love and light.
Never forget. You'll never forget, but you will definitely move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did, because think about this. What did you go through when you were 15? What did you go through when you were 11? What did you go through in the past? You overcame it, right?
Yeah.
If you're now standing and you're breathing and you're alive, you overcame it.
Right.
So whatever it was, even if you're holding on to it, you overcame it in some way because you're a different person today.
Exactly.
Like, I look at every single thing I've been through and I know I went through that so I can be who I am today. I had to go through that illness. At the time, I remember thinking, why me? Like, God, why have you chosen me out of everybody in this world? I thought I was a good person. Oh, no, I was not where I needed to be. My ego
you weren't
to be shattered.
there.
I wasn't there. My ego needed to be shattered to rebirth Natasha Graziano. I needed that rebirth. That fucking young hoe who didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She needed a whole different breakthrough. And I can call myself that. You can't, but I can.
Yeah, my mama though.
Yeah. I was like this. I needed to survive. The reason I did the shit I did, I needed to survive. Would I do it again? Yes. When you are alone,
Sure would.
and
Right.
I would do anything to survive. That's in our nature.
Yeah, but you'll do whatever you went through again because it birthed you.
Exactly.
And you, who you are, is the woman who everybody follows, admires, understands. You're literally changing grown people's lives. People don't understand anything about just as kids not understanding. Grown, I know 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds that still ain't figured out their lives.
I know 6-year-olds that I coach. 75 is my oldest student.
Right, exactly.
And she just had the most beautiful transition journey into being a woman.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, that's what happens. We're different levels of. There's people that are in sick situations in third world countries. There's people that are going through sick, messed up, convoluted, crazy things where, like, people want to take their own lives. People are in bad situations where they feel like the world, like, dang, like, why would I have to go through this? My world is crumbling. I don't have anything. And don't understand that when they get out of that and when they overcome it, they're going to become such a flower outside of that.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you know
and those thorns are going to protect the rose.
That's why there's thorns on a rose.
That their thorns
That
are
makes
gonna
sense.
protect.
It's like
those
having a
thorns that come out
bodyguard.
is so much. Yeah, those are going to protect the rose because when they do bloom and they do become the beauty, them thorns are going to protect that rose. I'm telling you.
So true. Well, it's like a woman. She's surrounded by like bodyguards of people, or a star. You always say they're surrounded by gatekeepers. Honey, please. It's because they're a rose inside.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to protect that. Otherwise, if everybody had access to Michael Jackson, poor thing.
Well, you see what happened when everybody got access to Michael Jackson.
Right. Exactly. Great example. But that's the point. Before that, he was like protected, and then when he wasn't, the thorns.
Yeah, but everybody was talking shit about the protection. That's the problem with people. They were talking shit about Joe. That's the problem. But when he was under Joe, his skin was the same color. He knew who he was. His brothers knew who they were. His sisters knew who they were. They were all one thing. It was the biggest black family. It was monumental. It broke barriers, broke records. When there was structure, when there was discipline, when there was overstanding and understanding, when there was levels, even though whatever you want to talk about, oh, well, he shouldn't have got hit or he shouldn't have got, when there was structure, right, around things, when there was discipline, when there was all of that, that's where the moonwalk came from. When he came out and did that and came out and it was finally his time to do it solo, he was coming off of that. When he left and went on to his own understanding and the rest of the world got to him, well, you understand, there is no more Michael Jackson. Now we got Chris Brown. So the punchline is there is no more Michael Jackson. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now it's just we're talking about who he was and what it was, which is tragedy shit. Tragedy shit. Why is Michael Jackson gone at 50, whatever the hell, or however old he was? That's unacceptable. That's that's like a
legend, I know.
piece of our life and
Same
history
as
and
Whitney.
feeling. Nobody can create that emotion like that. I've tried to recreate it. I think I've done pretty good with Fine China and a couple other records. But it's just like people ain't just creating that. Like we got Weeknd and his dance moves are horrifying, but the sound's good.
That sounds beautiful. You know what's so interesting is when you see these worlds around, just know there's something beautiful inside. When you're going through something and you've got thorns all around you, just know inside of that is your rose. It is up to us. We are born with a gift inside of us. Every single one of us is born with a gift inside of us. It is up to us to unravel that gift, unwrap it, and gift it to the world.
Yeah.
That's what our gift is.
Yep.
Like every one of us has a gift, whether yours is music, yours is beyond music, yours is inspiring people, yours is like creation, yours is like being a fucking star who can ignite other people's stardom, who can ignite other people's flames. Mine, I'm a candle lighter. Yeah. I literally light somebody's candle and then they go out and light millions of candles and then knock on the fan. That's why I have
that was crazy. I like that too. That was fire. You went crazy because that's really what you be doing.
Yeah.
It's genius. I love it.
But that's why I've been called to be a motivational speaker, to do what I do, to coach people. Is why I have.
You're a woman coaching men.
Yes.
Vicious.
And I speak on stage. Oh, mostly only with
you know what I'm saying? You know how much ego is being tucked to let you lead in situations. Like you're a genius. You're a beast. They need to give you your flowers today.
Yeah, babe.
You're not. It's not a normal situation.
You're so beautiful.
Yeah, your brain power, your understanding, your intellect, and your ability to overcome. That's bullshit is the punchline.
That's what it's about. Overcome. Like, you know, it's funny. Nobody can say anything to me. Nobody can say to me, oh, this, you're that. Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't matter. Like, I don't even feel it.
And that's your version of me. That has nothing to do with my version of me.
That's your version.
You think your version of me is going to stop me from being my version of me to the rest of the world?
Exactly. It's like, I take it like water off the duck's wing. When a bird flies and rain lands on its wings, what happens is the water hits it and the bird just continues to fly. Why? Because the water just hits it and drips right off.
Right.
That is how we should treat negativity.
Yeah. And I be talking shit to negativity. I'm like, bro, what is a raindrop to the ocean? Like that's what your words just said. You know what I am? I'm a whole. Oh, do you know how big the ocean is, bro? What do you think that the mountain is worried about the blades of grass? What they talking about? The top of the mountain. You think he's worried about whatever these blades of grass on the bottom of the mountain? Don't nobody care. That's like I'm on the top of Mount Everest and you talk about something going down.
Nobody
cares.
Above you cares. Only people beneath you.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. At eye level, we on a whole different frequency.
I love that.
We're trying to go up.
This is so fire. Yeah. Boo, I've had the best time with you today. I want to have you back for part 2. Like Sue.
I'm outside. Just
like
let me know.
Sue. Like
I'm
ready to
this is like show back up with some chains.
Oh my God. You need to come in with the chains next time. Oh my God. This is so fire. Babe, thank you so much for being here today. This has been so fire.
Come on,
all the links are below so you can follow RoccStar online.
Yes,
you can
please.
Get his
Let's
album. You can buy the AR for you and your family.
RoccStarWireless.com.
Yeah,
change your cell phone service and come over to where it's at.
Well, yeah, I'm going to try it out and I'll let you guys know how that goes for me.
You see how Ryan Reynolds did Mint Mobile? They did.
Ryan Reynolds is Mint Mobile.
Yeah, he just sold the company for like 1.4 billion. But
okay,
he's Mint Mobile. He did good. But RoccStar Wireless is a different animal. We somewhere else. Like nobody has a chance next to us. We about to start cooking. Because our technology, we do what we got going on. You just tap in.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
and we're cheaper than everybody else.
Well, then boom, we're obviously going to move over to this. I love it.
Please do.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank
if
you
guys
Natasha.
have enjoyed, thank you, baby. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Your fire energy with your Scorpio sign. He's got a Scorpio on the back of his head.
Welcome to the jungle.
Look, this is so fire. You're going to see it in a second. It's like,
you want me to turn around?
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
There.
Okay. I don't know if it's still popping. Is it still popping?
Yeah, baby. It's still popping. Let's see.
Ooh.
Go lower. Sit. Go lower.
Am I here?
No.
Am I down?
We're going to cut this
Am I doing
bit.
a matrix?
Yeah, just literally.
I'm over it.
We saw it, but you need to get low enough. Look how high.
But like but that's what I'm saying. Y'all cameras need to figure their lives out.
Need to go
this
low.
is crazy.
Anyway, thank you so much to everybody for tuning in today.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed having you so much. You and your Scorpio
appreciate
energy.
you.
You're fierce. The only person that I ever know that got a Scorpio tattooed on the back of their fucking head.
We ain't coming to play.
So fire.
Welcome
Love
to the
that.
jungle.
If you've enjoyed today, grab your favorite clip.
Yes.
Tag us on social media at RoccStar, RoccStar.
Music.
And you know mine, music. And you know mine. The tags are below. Hit us up. up and we'll repost our favorites. And I'll see you again next week.